we know for a fact that one of the most common questions that we get, and I think that all customers and users have in mind when thinking about getting a vGPU environment, is how much VRAM do they need? So how would you break it down for them? How do you think, what perhaps characteristics or criteria do a company have to consider when thinking about how much VRAM they need to get to run so that the GPU and their VM run smoothly?
So usually all the GPU applications and in general application, they have a hardware GPU requirements. So it can be optimal, it can be high. So it's all about scoping the application, right?
Mm.
It's not like we have cases that our clients are using minimum resources, recommended, not even recommended. This is one of the key things that the customers need to consider when they're scoping. It's not just for one application, because at the end of the day, it's a desktop as a service, and the employees can run multiple tasks and they can utilize the GPU in multiple ways.
Mm-hmm.
So usually that's why we offer our clients POC to scope the workload of their employees, right?
Okay.
And that's the best way to set up the framework, the frame for how much resources they need to be allocated.
Mm-hmm.
And we start with I can say the baseline, and with that baseline, as you know, it's easy for us to scale up or scale down with resources. So that's the starting point. The critical thing is the POC, right? If the POC is properly done, then the customer should not have any issues in the future.
And during the POC, what are a few perhaps metrics that you analyze? So you mentioned the type of application they use and how many applications they use. Is there anything else that you'd like to, keep an eye on during the POC, so you can then tell the customer, hey, this is the amount of resources that you need for your GPU to run smoothly?
Yes, the POC is all about the performance.
Mm-hmm.
So how it's utilized, how the CPU, the GPU, the RAM is utilized. And one of the key things also, this is already set in V2 Cloud Care. So they have the metrics there, even the clients can see them, right? Usually there's a collaboration regarding the optimization. As always, as I said, the optimization regarding the bandwidth and the application optimization, because some application require modification for RDP enablement.
Mm. Since you mentioned applications, we also know that there are a few software that require a GPU to be present, but they do not necessarily demand the processing power of a GPU. In that type of setting, how do you think would be the best instance alternative for a customer that needs a GPU to be present, but not necessarily to use its processing power for the software that they use?
Yes, for 3D rendering, how can I say, we have clients that have legacy software that is older. So we recommend, and also they are using it. We have a client that he's with us for 6 years now. He is using minimum GPU allocation. So for example, 2 gigabytes. So the minimum as we can provide. So that's how we solve the problem with the just presence. How can I say, right? Just GPU presence for application enablement. So we can provide a minimum GPU allocation to those clients, and as you know, it's the most cost effective for them.